Despite being aggressive fighters in the ring, boxers are some of the craziest spenders on the planet when going all out. From insane mansions with enough room to fit a small army, to jewelry that looks like aliens designed it. Something about being a successful boxer makes you want to spend cold, hard cash on the shiniest thing you can find. It's probably why young boxer Ryan Garcia thought paying $1.5 million for a flawless diamond ring for his Instagram model girlfriend was a great idea. Ryan Garcia isn't the only young boxer who loves his jewelry. As seen in fellow flexer Gervonta Davis, the only thing Tank loves more than boxing is that he reminds us how poor we are with his impressive jewelry collection, which includes super expensive chains and bust-down watches. Whenever he walks into a room, the first thing you should notice is his diamond-encrusted necklace, which spells out his initials. And if that doesn't catch your attention, you might get blinded by his other sparkling chains. At one point, the budding star even claimed that $5 million worth of jewelry was stolen from his California home, which is the kind of money most people work for decades to get, and he just leaves it lying around in his home. These young boxers are already proving that they have what it takes to be massive spenders. But with Mike Tyson up ahead, they look like kids in preschool. You might think Garcia is insane for spending over $1 million for a girl, but he doesn't hold a candle to Floyd Money Mayweather when it comes to shiny jewelry. The undefeated boxer is notorious for having the craziest bling you could imagine. And what better way to announce that you're stupidly rich than an $18 million watch made by Jacob & Co.
I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs $18 million.
The piece is called the Billionaire Watch, and it was custom made using pure diamonds solely for Mayweather. Floyd would only go for such a piece because of his love for diamonds and gold chains. Trying to figure out the amount he has spent on jewelry alone is a fool's errand. But we know he paid $2.3 million on a 30-carat pear-shaped VVS ring, which came with a $2.5 million 4.5-carat diamond bracelet. If you think spending that much on jewelry alone is crazy, you might want to avert your eyes, because these aren't even the craziest things these boxers have bought with their money. Some of us might never own some of the stupidly expensive supercars in this video, but at least it costs $0 to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to do that without burning a hole in your pocket. When you have all the money in the world, it pays to be humble. Unless you're Anthony Joshua or Canelo Alvarez, who go all out to show off their fleet of supercars. Starting with Joshua, who has a collection featuring the finest vehicles fit for a heavyweight champion. It doesn't matter if you're looking for an $820,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom or a $200,000 Mercedes V8 Bi-Turbo. You can be sure it's safely tucked in Anthony Joshua's garage somewhere. When he needs to run errands, his $200,000 Range Rover SVA Dynamic gets the job done. And it pains me to say this, but that's probably the most ordinary car in this video, because Canelo makes Anthony Joshua look like a pauper. Canelo's impressive car lot houses some of the most expensive supercars known to man, with his prized possession being the super fast Bugatti Chiron, which put the boxing legend back like $3 million. Taking things down a notch, Canelo's garage is also home to a $2 million Ferrari LaFerrari, a $300,000 Rolls-Royce Ghost, and a fleet of other vehicles, making his collection worth nearly $7 million. While Canelo's supercar collection is to die for, what throws us off the edge is his customized yacht, which looks like it was pulled out of a comic book. The Ocean Beauty comes with complimentary jet skis and a jetty, which all sport Canelo's instantly recognizable black, red, and white colors. The yacht reportedly cost Canelo $60 million, but the numbers begin to pile up when you add the cost to operate and maintain the vessel. That's an ungodly amount of money to spend on cars and a yacht. But Filipino boxing legend Manny Pacquiao got the memo, as his garage is just as wild. Pac-Man owns a stunning Ferrari 458 Italia, which he got after defeating Mexican boxer Juan Marquez in 2011. He wasn't going to let that be his only Ferrari, which is why he added the $127,000 Ferrari Cayenne Turbo S, which goes from 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. To crown it all off, Pacquiao is the proud owner of a sexy Mercedes SL 550, which he joyrides like a Toyota. With such an impressive lineup of cars, Manny Pacquiao drives around like a king. Still, when he goes to the baller's table, he probably sits like 50 feet away from Floyd Mayweather, who has a supercar collection for the ages. We are talking about a man who bought not just one, but 4 Bugatti Veyrons at a go, worth $1.4 million each. Floyd doesn't just spend money on supercars. He's always looking to outclass everyone, which is why in 2015, the boxer bought the $4.8 million Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, which is one of only 2 of its kind in the world. A look at Floyd's residence in Vegas reveals the true extent of his car collection. With a fleet of all blacked out cars you could only dream of driving. We are talking of decked out Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Rolls Royces, which cost between $400,000 and $3 million.
The Maybach, whatever you want to call it, I got 7 Rolls Royces right here. I like to call it Lucky 7. So you either motivate it or you hate it. My lifestyle, money made.
As if Floyd's multi-million-dollar car collection wasn't impressive enough, he had to show the peasants how it's done by ditching all means of land transportation for a comfy $50 million private jet. The Gulfstream G650 has been dubbed the Air Mayweather, and it's kitted out with luxury leather seats and a jaw-dropping interior that puts regular planes to shame. We don't know who got into a beef with Mayweather, but in 2024, he did the funniest thing you could imagine when he got another private jet just to send a message to his haters. We don't know how a man this rich even has the time to think about haters, but he will be doing so in his new Gulfstream, which has 12 more leather seats and golden cup holders. That being said, having supercars and luxury jewelry means nothing if you have nowhere to store them. And this is where the unbelievable mansions come in, because these boxers don't do tiny apartments. Even though he is past his prime, Evander Holyfield lived a life of splendor and debauchery that saw him owning a gigantic mansion with 109 rooms and 54,000 square feet of free space. Just to put that into perspective real quick, his home was more significant than 11 basketball courts, and it is by far the largest single-family home in Georgia. Holyfield eventually sold the house to Rick Ross, making him the mirror opposite of Canelo Alvarez, who can't stop homes from occurring. Still, in this video, he will look at his prize jewel. The Mexican-born boxer owns a $6.4 million home in the heart of Santa Fe called the Del Mar Estate, and it comes equipped with all the amenities any self-respecting millionaires would want. You're probably tired of listening to us talk about Floyd Mayweather's excessive lifestyle, but the video wouldn't be complete without Mayweather's ridiculous real estate portfolio. Finding out how many homes Floyd has is like trying to crack into the Federal Reserve. Still, at least we know about his million-dollar homes in Miami, Beverly Hills, and Las Vegas, starting things off with his $15 million Las Vegas property, which serves as the de facto home of Money Mayweather's supercar collection. The home is also a safe space for his impressive belts, watches, and jewelry collections. It's easy to say this is Floyd's favorite home, but once you learn about his $18 million waterfront home in Miami, things get a lot crazier. Apart from being in a stunning waterfront home in the gated Palm Island community of Miami, the home has 9 bedrooms and 10.5 bathrooms, and an impressive 10,853 square feet of pure luxury space. After knocking out Conor McGregor in their highly publicized boxing match, Floyd got himself a $25.5 million home in Beverly Hills, California, which puts him close to Hollywood's biggest names. The fact that the Beverly Hills home was a retirement gift to himself wasn't wild enough for Floyd, and he spent an extra $500,000 outfitting it with the finest interior decorations money can buy. So far, we've avoided saying anything about Mike Tyson, because he wasn't the type to spend money like a regular boxer. But don't let that fool you. After all, he is by far the most unhinged spender in this video. In his prime, Tyson picked up a $500,000 Bentley Continental T, which did little to satisfy his craving. So, he added a $470,000 Jaguar XJ220 to his car collection. These days, the legendary boxer isn't seen with much bling. Still, there was a time he went into his store and spent as much as $3.4 million on jewelry alone. And this is just scratching the surface of what Tyson did with his money. because from here on out, it gets even stupider. He once spent $2.2 million on a 24-karat gold bathtub, a gift to his ex-wife. We can't help but imagine Mike Tyson typing out the gold bathtub in his lush $500,000 Ohio mansion, which still has his name on the iron gates out front. For a man as crazy as Mike Tyson, he outdid himself in the 90s when he bought 3 Bengal tigers, which lived with him in his Ohio residence. Tyson reportedly bought the cats for $70,000 each, and they cost him an extra $200,000 yearly due to their size and amount of food consumed. Tyson made it clear he wouldn't be like any boxer before him, and to this day, no one has come close to his unhinged feats.